Some places only show you what they want you to see. Slovakia lives right in front of you. Welcome to northern Slovakia, a place where sheep bells still echo across mountain valleys, where wooden villages preserve centuries of craftsmanship and where traditions haven't been recreated for tourists. They simply never disappeared. Every country has famous landmarks, but the most memorable stories are rarely found on postcards. They're found in the people who keep traditions alive, in places that still dare to be themselves. These mountains help shape generations of shepherds, farmers and mountain communities throughout the Carpathians. At Salas Pastierka, traditions aren't performed, they're lived. So Slovakia Untold is back with a bang, and as the heat wave is ravaging the whole of Europe, it seems like in northern Slovakia, here in Liptov at Salas Pastierka, the elements are against us. However, I'm delighted to come back to our episodes of Slovakia Untold, and today, right in the heart of Liptov, we're going to be discussing craftsmanship. We're going to be talking about cheese making. Brinza, which is an integral part of a Slovak culture and food and heritage, is hugely important part of the economy, a huge driver as well for the region. Everywhere you go around here, you see little shops selling cheese. And today we're going to have a little exploration through Salas Pastierki to see how they actually make the cheese. It's about tradition, it's about culture, it's about food. And northern Slovakia, here we are. This episode is called Bells and Beams. And you know why it's called Bells and Beams? Well, the bells, unfortunately we can't hear any, the bells of the shepherds, and beams, as we will be transiting out of Liptov into Orava, where woodcraft and where wooden houses and where craftsmanship is really integral part of culture, folklore and tradition. So, Bells and Beams, Slovakia Untold is back in northern Slovakia, and we won't let the weather interrupt our fun. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. It's not just about talking, it's about getting your hands dirty as well. Well, he's going at a different speed to me. Cheese making and craftsmanship here has been passed down from century to century. It's not just about selling cheese, it's also about preserving heritage, preserving culture. The cloth with the cheese will hang there from morning to evening and then will be ready the following day for consumption. Now, cheese making tradition goes back 300 years, so this is something absolutely infused in the DNA of not only the country but the region specifically. And as I mentioned before in my intro, Liptov is absolutely renowned, or continually renowned, for producing sheep cheese and sheep-based products as a result of this centuries-old tradition. Dobra, vynikajúce. I was a little bit nervous eating that, but very tasty, full of protein. And there's the cheese being smoked. And that is the finished product. So this will be the product of that very famous and eclectic, also acquired taste drink, zinčica, right? Yeah. It's definitely worth trying. So the zinčica drink is produced here in a very old school way. Now, I did promise that I would get my hands dirty, and I didn't put my hands in there earlier, but as you can see, it's definitely something for the artisans, for the people who've been doing this for centuries. Definitely not for me. As you can see, I mentioned earlier, the weather is not with us, but that doesn't deter us from trying to explore the rich cultural heritage of cheese making that is integral to Liptov. And you can see centuries and hundreds of years worth of invested cultural heritage is poured into and it's labor intensive. So we got here at 6 o'clock in the morning, and for us that was pretty early, but these guys have been at it since 2 or 3, and this process is continual. This is a labor of love as well as a business driver. I have been reliably informed that people come from all around the world to sample the produce of the Liptov region. And the cheeses that are home to this region are popular not just in Slovakia but all around the world, making it an investment-friendly environment as well. I've always believed that export and that business should come through the tummy, and this is no exception. As we leave the mountain pastures behind, another story emerges. Beneath the waters of Liptovská Mara lie 13 villages that once stood here. Homes, churches and memories now rest beneath Slovakia's largest reservoir. Behind me, as you can see, is the breathtaking Liptovská Mara. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the largest man-made reservoir in Slovakia, known affectionately as the Liptov Sea in English. Underneath it lies 13 villages that were destroyed or removed to make it happen. And here to our left is the church tower of the Virgin Mary, which is the only testament of what existed here before. I'm delighted to be joined by Katka from Visit Liptov, who has been our guide here. And tell me, this beautiful, breathtaking piece of water, tell me a little bit about it.
Liptovská Mara was built 50 years ago. It is the biggest or largest water reservoir in Slovakia, and it's a hydroelectric power plant, but also the great touristic destination.
Your favorite, Liptov, we saw earlier, is shrouded or is cuddled, embraced by the Tatry, and it's some of the most astonishing views that you can have in Slovakia. So spoilt in terms of landscape, beautiful landscape. What's your favorite part of this region?
It is difficult, but for me it's Hopok Peak.
Hopok Peak.
Because I'm scared. So for me it's Hopok. I can see from Hopok everything from Liptov, so for me it's Hopok.
The region is obviously extremely popular for wellness, it's popular for recreation, it's popular for skiing. So Liptov is a really important part of Slovakia's tourism and sport ecosystem and environment. So skiing?
Yes.
So skiing in Liptov.
And paddleboarding on Liptovská Mara.
And paddleboarding on Liptovská Mara. And you can take a boat out and you can paddleboard?
Yes, yes. We have some beaches and you can rent a paddleboard.
Amazing. You like brinza?
Yes, I like brinza.
You like halushki?
Yes, I like halushki and also zhinčica.
And zhinčica? So you like all the produce of Liptov?
Yes.
There you go. True, and you're from Liptov?
I'm from Liptov and I live here.
Born and raised. DNA, done. Thank you very much, Katka. And thank you very much for Team Liptov for helping me on my journey with Visit Slovakia, with Slovakia Travel. So I urge all of my followers and everybody out there who hasn't visited Liptov, please visit Liptov. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. As you can see, I'm fully immersed in Slovak folklore and culture. Finally, after 9 years in Slovakia, I'm wearing all the gear and no idea. I'm wearing the traditional costume. And that's an integral part of what Orava has to offer: folklore, culture, tradition. Ferris Bueller said, life moves so fast that if you don't stop sometimes, you might just miss it. And that's exactly what the point of my visit to Liptov and Orava has. Time slows down here, from the rich cultural heritage of making cheese, the artisan craft work of making cheese, now to culture, to folklore. Time stops still. So if you're looking to explore a region and a place where traditional values, culture and folklore are really at the heart of everything that everyone wants to experience from a trip to Slovakia, it's what makes it uniquely Slovak. This heritage, this branding, this clothing means something. So, as I always say, from the Orava Village Museum, Slovakia is not just a good idea, it's a great idea. And now we're going to explore the museum, we're going to see some traditional folk dancing and all sorts. So, welcome to Orava. So I'm here at the Village Museum in Orava, and I'm delighted, honoured to be joined by Richard, who is the manager here, who's going to give us a brief 2-minute introduction as to exactly what we can see in Slovak. So no problem. Richard, thank you.
Thank you. Nachádzame sa v časti Hornooravská ulica a táto predstavuje stredných roľníkov, tak ako sa zachovali vlastne ulicové typy zástavby na Hornej Orave. Keď sa dedina založila, tak obyvatelia mali lehotu 12 až 15 rokov, kedy nemuseli odvádzať žiadne dávky. No a tieto dediny zakladané na valaskom práve vlastne snáď tvoria na Orave podstatnú časť týchto dedín po Hornej Orave. V tomto dome nie je ani koch na odvádzanie dymu, to znamená, že keď ľudia zakúrili v tomto dome, tak dym ľuďom ostával nad hlavami. No ale vpravo sa nachádza izba, kde sú všetky zariadenia na spracovanie ľanu, a vľavo je vlastne izba, kde sa dalo aj spávať. Tu je najstaršia automatická práčka, ako hovoríme. Tu sa pralo, keď sa dal obrúsok, ľudia nasypali popol, preliali horúcou vodou, vyplavili uhličitán draselný a v tejto lúhovej vode potom prali plátené odevy. To je kostol z 15. storočia, po zasvetení svätej Alžbete Uhorskej. Z každého storočia tu máme nejakú pamiatku, ktorá dokladuje tú dávnu históriu. Napríklad, ako ide kamera, tu máme kazety, čo pôvodne boli na strope, gotické kazety maľované podľa šablón, na renesančná výzdoba a cyklus 12 apoštolov je zo začiatku 17. storočia. Orgán má nádherný zvuk, môžeme si aj zahrať, len by ste mi museli fúkať mechy.
I don't think I'll be playing the organ for a career. And now, the entertainment. The Village Museum Orava is open for the summer. Beautiful musical escapades behind me. Wonderful history in the church as well, as all of these lovely houses that we've visited today. Ceramics that will showcase Bethlehem as well, and all sorts of crafts and folklore embedded, entrenched in one beautiful little village. You must visit Orava. Today we've travelled from mountain shepherds to wooden villages, from the sound of bells to the sound of songs, from ancient skills to modern custodians. What unites Lipto and Orava isn't nostalgia. It's a wrap on our episode of Slovakia Untold titled Bells and Beams. And I told you why it was called Bells and Beams, because we heard the bells of the sheep today when we were at Salas Pastierka, seeing how the cheese was made, seeing how tradition has been entrenched into Slovak culture and food, and the importance of what that means to the Lipto region. And now we're closing out in Zuberec. We've just been to the Orava Village Museum and Beams, the history of woodcraft, the history of craftsmanship. It's a wonderful place just to slow down. And as you can see, the panorama behind me, we're just taking a little time. Of course, if you come to Lipto and you come to Orava, you've got lots to do: theme parks, aqua parks, hotels, skiing in the winter. And of course, in Orava, its majestic castle as well is a must view if you have the time. But our focus on this episode of Slovakia Untold was just to slow things down, highlight the benefit of culture, highlight the benefit of food, highlight the benefit of traditional craftsmanship. This is dying in an age of technology. So, as I always say, thank you very much to the team at Lipto and the team at Orava. Slovakia is not just a good idea, it's a great idea. and drink in the views. This is Slovakia Untold, Bells and Beams,